What's up guys, Barret1 here. This is my video on how the PlayStation event was announced for September 7th. We know nothing about it right now except that it's going to be on September 7th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So, I mean, at this point, what else do they have to announce or to talk about other than the PS4 Neo? So I went ahead and made a list that pretty much covers everything that I think they'll show off at the event. Maybe they'll show some stuff off after. I think it will come out this year since they are going to announce it finally. Because at first I was thinking it was going to be delayed so they could compete with the Scorpio more, but nope, looks like they're just going to go ahead and go with this one, which is good because it was stupid that they waited this long to announce it, and it was stupid that it wasn't an E3 because the Xbox Scorpio is stronger. We knew it was going to be. Microsoft made the weaker console starting out this gen. They weren't going to do that twice halfway through this gen. So it was just common sense that the Xbox would be stronger. So basically what I think they're going to start out with is the announcement of the console itself. They'll probably announce the specs, and here's where they'll either reveal that it's 4.2 teraflops or 5.5. Those are both of the rumors going on right now. My phone just went off, sorry about that. Okay, but yeah, those are the rumors going on right now, either 4.2 teraflops or 5.5 teraflops. I actually hope they go with the, well, I'll put it like this. If they can use 4.2 teraflops to guarantee 1080p 60, go with that. If you need the 5.5 to guarantee 1080p 60, go with that. Basically, Sony, just make a console that can do 1080p 60. I get that they want to make this console for 4K. There's nothing wrong with that. There is a growing population of people with 4K displays, which is good. So you can have like the interface running in a native 4K, have like video support, the Ultra Blu-ray player, the Ultra HD Blu-ray player for 4K. Do that. But when it comes to games, not even 5.5 teraflops is enough for 4K. Not even the Xbox Scorpio's 6 teraflops is good. That'll be good for 4K 30 and the 4K 60 on like old games. But as far as like a game, say Battlefield 1, no, not even the Xbox Scorpio will be able to run that at 4K and have good settings, because the GTX 1070 that just came out is 6.5 teraflops, and that card still cannot handle 4K 60 on every game. Still, I was actually at my friend's house playing Doom. He has a 1070. I was playing Doom, which is a really well optimized game, like one of the most well optimized games this year and in recent time. Even with that 1070 and even with me tweaking around, I could not get 4K 60 while the 4K was set to native because you have a resolution slider. Could not get that to be a solid 60 at 4K, and that's Doom. That's an easier game to run. So, and that card is 6.5 teraflops. So yeah, it's not going to happen. So maybe they should go with the 5.5, just good enough to guarantee 1080p 60 and other resolutions, which I'll get to in a second. They'll also announce the 4K features of it, like I said, the interface, videos, stuff like that. Hopefully they announce something worth buying to people other than 4K, because like once I said, the consumer base for 4K is very small. PS4 Neo game requirements. I doubt they'll like talk about like what they said to the devs, but they'll pretty much say like, oh, you're guaranteed to have each game run at least 1080p. I wish and I pray that they actually say we're also going to guarantee 60 frames, but I can't, because with this whole 4K thing, it's not going to work. So maybe if the game doesn't run at 4K, they'll say we can guarantee 60, but at the same time, they probably won't guarantee 60 because some devs just don't like 60. Like Insomniac Games, for example, they prefer 30, which I disagree with that wholeheartedly, but that's how they feel about it. So there's not much we can do about that. Like Spider-Man on Neo will probably still run at 30 frames just because they don't like 60 for some reason. They'll probably announce the resolutions of frames like I just said. 1080p is the lowest resolution according to the leaks that a game can be on the Neo. So like a game like Uncharted 4, for example, the multiplayer runs 900p. Maybe that would be a Neo benefit. They patch it and the multiplayer now runs at 1080p native, 60 frames per second. 1800p, which is like, is it half the resolution of, not half, but it's like a resolution that scales to 4K really good. Like it'll look better than 1080p, and when it's upscaled to 4K, it'll look good. So if they go with the 5.5 teraflops, that might be the target for games running at 4K. they'll probably have run at that, then upscale it to 4K. So it still looks drastically better than 1080p, like even better than just if 1080p was upscaled to 4K. So yeah, 1800p. Hopefully they do that, and then 2160p. It's possible. It's possible, but at the same time, it will be 30 frames, and the graphics wouldn't look that good. So I mean, what's a game that could run at 4K on the consoles? Probably like, I won't even. Yeah, maybe a game like Dust and Elysian Tale could run at 4K. Resogun, actually, I expect that to run at 4K. I expect them to announce like some games are getting a patch to run at 4K. Resogun being one of them, because that game runs beautifully right now, and it's not graphically demanding. It looks great, but it's not demanding. It uses like voxels. So I think Resogun 4K, that could work. Then the whole 30 FPS versus 60, which I just talked about. I want them to go at 60 frames. I've finally changed my opinion on frame rate versus resolution. I prefer the frame rate now. Like, I prefer both. Like, on console, I'll accept 30 if the game is 1080p. With its Neo, I want 1080p 60. And like a game like Uncharted 4, for example, I want that to be patched to run at 60 frames for the single player. I don't want them to like say, oh yeah, we got this running at 4K on the Neo. No, fuck that. Go to, like, if you have to, go to 1800p, but get 60 frames. That's what I want from Uncharted 4. I don't care about how it looks in 4K. 1080p scales good to 4K by itself. Not as good as 1800p, but it still scales pretty good. So just do that. A game like this is that later. UHD Blu-ray player inside the console. They should do this, because not only would that make it the cheapest one to buy, because those things are fucking expensive. Like, the cheapest one I saw was like $400, I think. I think it was 400. It might have been more. So yeah, they need to announce that's inside. I mean, the Xbox One S has one, so there's no reason for Sony to not have one. Sony's like one of the pioneers in the Blu-ray technology in general, so it needs to be there. They'll probably show off some game demos. Uncharted 4 should be showing off. Like, that's just common sense. They should be showing off Uncharted 4 on the Neo. Show off what it does with the hardware. Does it take advantage of the resolution boost or frame rate boost? Does it take advantage of both, which I want it to? Battlefield 1, they'll probably show out on the Neo, probably running at 1080p 60, being upscaled to 4K. That sounds like the best option to do for Battlefield, because DICE optimizes their games pretty well. I mean, Star Wars Battlefront is like one of the most optimized games on console. It runs at a solid 60 on PS4, only dropping rarely. So maybe, hell, who knows? Maybe they'll go back and update that to run at 1080p 60, or maybe even higher. Depends. A new unannounced game running on Neo. This is what I think they'll do to give the event some kind of hype other than the console itself. They'll probably show off a new game that was previously unannounced, like whatever the hell Sucker Punch has been working on, because they've been quiet as hell for the last 2 years. Whatever they're doing, maybe they'll show themselves finally. Maybe a new Killzone. Maybe Gorilla Cambridge has a separate team working on a Killzone game, because Shadowfall was disappointing. Mercenary was actually good, so maybe it'll be like that. Any other unannounced games? Maybe just a surprise in general. I don't know what else to expect, because E3 just happened and they had a lot of reveals there. So yeah, that and the price, which if they go with that 4.2 teraflop model, probably $399. If they go with the 5.5 teraflop model, probably $499, which I'd be okay with that, to be honest. I won't get this day one, not because I don't want it, but because I probably won't be able to afford it in terms of funds. Like, I'm a college student and life is right now crazy. Just bought all these PC parts. I'll put that together soon. So I can't buy it day one unless some miracle happens, which it could, who knows. But yeah, so price $499 for the 5.5 teraflop and $399 for the 4.2. At this point, Sony, just go with the power. Like, it's not that big a deal that Scorpio is more powerful, because in the end of the day, all these games still have to run on the base PS4 and Xbox One. So the PS4 still has the advantage, plus they already have the advantage in numbers. So 5.5 is like the best bet, so that, I mean, I don't give a shit about multiplats anymore. I'm gonna get those on PC, but like exclusives, it will look bad if like all these exclusives on Microsoft's console are 60, while all these on PlayStation's console are 30 or something. So yeah, price has to be good. Make the good choice when it comes to the hardware. Who knows? Maybe they'll have Gravity Rush 2 running there at 60. If Gravity Rush 2 runs 60 on the Neo, then I'm definitely getting it. Like, it's confirmed. It's a fact. So that's pretty much all I have to say about it. This video, Sony's recording on the PS4 is like, hopefully they improve this shit too, make it like 1080p and actually fucking record correctly every time. So sometimes these videos from PS4, like the audio screws up or something, it'll just pause. But I'm getting off topic now. What do you guys expect to see at the conference? Are you guys going to buy a Neo? Are you sticking with the OG PS4? Let me know all that down below in the comments. And on that note, I'm out. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe to that One Nation Under PC and PlayStation. I'll have a video up either later this week or next week describing my situation with my PC. I have all the parts except for the graphics card, but that means I can start using it. Also, my motherboard was shipped out because me and my friend did something stupid, so I gotta wait for it to come back when it's prepared. But yeah, that'll be in the next video. So once again, let me know how you feel down below in the comments section. And on that note, I'm out.